Hello, Tyler Moss. Speech class. Intro to speech, maybe. I forgot the title of the class. 30 seconds of little spin around room environment. Woo! Hi, Mom's here. As well as a Zoom call. I think that's the number of people I need. All right. Let's kill this. Okay. She's going to hate me for that. All right. All right. So my speech is, this is the argumentative speech. Fun. Here we go. Why Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not a solid NFL prospect and was overdrafted. My point, Clyde Edwards-Helaire was taken with the 32nd pick by the Kansas City Chiefs in this year's 2020 NFL draft, which I believe was highly overpicked. Why? I hope to give in these next upcoming points. I have three sources through this that I will mention throughout, and here we go. So my point one, via player profiler, Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a .29 running back dominator rate in 2019. He had 3.29 yards per reception with a 52nd percentile in 2019 on a very high-octane LSU offense. So he was not very productive with the total of touches he was given. While he was given a large amount, the productivity of the touches was not as high as we are led to believe by people who do research for the NFL draft. 4.6 40-yard dash was 47th percentile in score for the combine this past March. For Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he was very kind of unproductive when it comes to the speed rate and did not match fellow competitors in the combine with no injury that was lingering at all in comparison to some other guys who had come in with things attached via leg injury, shoulder, etc. So other point is his 2018 tape was not productive enough for me to say that he is a guy that will be a highly productive player in 2020 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, the Kansas City Chiefs offense is very productive. It is very high functional, but as we've seen with past guys in the offense, it is not an offense that needs the running back. It's so pass dominant that Clyde Edwards-Helaire will blend in with other backs that have already been in the system before. So point two, why he could actually be good. So per Bleacher Report, Brad Gannon, who wrote an article on Bleacher Report, discusses the running back bust rate of a 46.9% score, which was 7% higher than any other position for first-round guys drafted. So that means all positions taken into account via offensive line, defensive line, quarterback, running back, every position taken into account. The highest bust-rated percentage was at the running back position with a very, very low volume of running backs because teams do not do it. The productivity of taking a guy at a very high pick in the first round is very risky, and we see that highly often with close to a 50% bust rate for guys taken in the round. So it is a very, very scary kind of move to go with the running backs early like that. And we see per Brad Gannon, he points that out. Now, why he could actually be good with that per Roto World, we see that Kansas City Chiefs were very productive with running backs, even with a high-octane kind of passing offense. Now, in 2013, 14, 15, all 3 years, the passing situation was a lot less dominant than the running back situation, where Jamal Charles, running back for the Kansas City Chiefs, put up RB1, RB7, and RB2 numbers in those 3 years, following accordingly in 2013 to 2015. Now, we see kind of a drop-off in 2016, where we see RB17 numbers, the final year of Jamal Charles in the system. Running back 17 numbers, in 2017, running back 5 numbers, we see the peak, the first year of Kareem Hunt, and his offensive situation for the Kansas City Chiefs with Mahomes' first year. And we see that in 2018 and 2019 with Mahomes for RB8 and RB25 last year with Damian Williams. So why do I believe that now Kansas City is going to continue being more of a pass-heavy offense? Is they did have a good running back that put up an RB8 score in 2018 when taking over Kareem Hunt due to a suspension and a team release. Damian Williams' productivity was very high for the team in the few games that he played from week 12 on to the end of the season. So do I believe that in 2020 we will see kind of a resurgence of the Kansas City running back situation? I do not believe so. I think the passing offense is good enough to where we do not need to see any kind of rise in offensive productivity. So does that mean Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a bust? More or less, I think it believes that I don't think he's going to be productive enough to be titled a star, but I don't think he's going to be titled a bust. I think he will just maintain a good enough productivity line so that he will not only help the team, but help kind of push forward the passing offense. Will I believe he's an opposing threat? I do not, but Clyde Edwards-Helaire could still be productive for the team. So in review, via player profile, Bleacher Report, and Roto World, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a very, very high risk, high reward kind of player. He could either provide extreme value for your team if he hits and he is productive, a la Kareem Hunt, and what he was able to do just a couple years ago, Jamal Charles in the past under Andy Reid, or he could sit in more of the Damian Williams territory where there's inconsistencies and we see problems with that. So overall, Clyde Edwards-Helaire could be a very, very good running back in Kansas City, but he also could not. It's a very shaky situation, and he's not a guy that I am looking forward to drafting at all in my fantasy leagues. That is going to end my argumentative essay and argumentative speech. Thank you.
All right, I'll edit that. Yeah, how fun.